Hey everybody, welcome to Let's Play Shovel Knight. Welcome back, I should say. Last time, we dealt with the Lost City and defeated Mole Knight of the Order of No Quarter, and as well as defeated a traveling, wandering warrior, traveling warrior, whatever. Rise. We got a music sheet for that. Today, we're going to head back and buy another meal ticket because I want one. As well as, well, just get the meal ticket. Well, meal should extend our health. But we're also going to take on another night. I can't remember if I did this. I'm pretty sure I didn't. Yep, hey, you watch me next. Oh, wait, we did this. Okay, I'm going to cut past this. Yeah, sorry about that. I forgot that we did that. We also bought this Mail of Momentum from a blacksmith in the armor outpost, which we're going to head back to today, which will basically stop us from getting knocked back, but our traction will be decreased and we will stop slower. So you look like Red Dunban, that guy over there on the very left. It's a bit weird. But as you can see over there, we have another wandering traveler warrior guy. I can't believe this. Trouble, friend. Have you lost your way? Bought the best gear, the slickest armor, the strongest rope. Pardon, are you in need of help? Those stuck-up Order of No Quarter clowns have no idea what they're missing. Hey, you! You look like a knight. Shovel Knight, at your service, but I'm not in league with... So I heard that if you beat a knight, you get to take their title, right? Please don't do something you'll regret. I don't want the great Baz Knight. Like the sound of that. Though I have no choice but to accept me now. Come on, let's do this! This is Baz, and with him, I suppose I should mention exactly who these guys are. They were Kickstarter backers, because the game was a game pretty much funded by Kickstarter. And 3 people got to make their own character who would become a boss fight in the game. Baz, Rise, and one more are one of them. Or, well, those people. This guy was designed by, specifically, Two Best Friends Play, YouTube channel as well. They do games. They don't enough to be able to make their own character. And that guy always reminded me of someone from Castlevania. So they originally weren't designed for this game. They were designed by fans to be in this game. Which I guess, well, they were designed for the game still, but in a different way. And I believe that the song, Fighting With All Our Might, originally wasn't written for Shovel Knight. Also, yeah, he's just gonna sit here and cry. You can hit him for some gold and be a jerk, but that's what I am, so, yeah. But with that, before we head to our next stage, I'm actually going to go to the Tropic Pond and grab 2 Icores of Renewal. If I use my Icore of Renewal at all in the stage, I'm going to come here and fill them back up before the beginning of the next episode. Just make that a routine. I'm going to have 2 Icores of Renewal. I don't feel I need to show that every single time. It just should be known that I'm going to do that. But before we head to the next stage, let's head into the Knuckler's Quarry. I know we're just kind of doing a lot before actually getting into the game, but... there's no way to punch through. I wish I could just dash through all this dirt. Well, we can. We can literally punch through it. And dash at the same time. So, this is another sort of mini level that you get to do with the power-up that you gain from the stage. There's one of these each section of the world map, I suppose, except the final section that's like 2 levels long anyway, so doesn't really count. No. Okay, we lived. We are living. We're okay. That was scary. That was a scary situation. As I said, the Dust Knuckles are actually, there's something I didn't like on my first playthrough much. Like, I barely ever used them until I realized they're incredible against the Knights. Not the Knights of the Order of No Quarter, but the Knight enemies. And until I realized that, I was like, well, they're okay, I guess, to help you go a bit faster. But they are incredible offensively. They're really fast, really fun to use in general. One of my favorite relics, honestly. I still think the Flare Wand is the best, tied with the Chaos Sphere. Not tied, but next to the Chaos Sphere. And if we're really counting the Tropical Chalices, I think those are just kind of clearly the best because they heal you and do a ton. Well, healing is a big thing because that's not always something available to you in Shovel Knight. But I wanted to get this out of the way because we got the Dust Knuckles last time, and it's not that long, so I thought, might as well. And again, we get to hear the incredible song, The Underlying Problem of the Lost City. But now, we're going to head to the Iron Whale, Lair of Treasure Knight. And as we head in, one, I love this setting. I love that background there. I love the area. And I love this level. It's one of my favorite levels because you can do this and not launch these shells. And it's just a ton of fun breaking apart all these things, these shells, and seeing them launch and having a chain reaction because of them. And it's unfortunate that this is my least favorite musical track in the game. Don't get me wrong. I don't hate it by any means. I think it's just kind of okay at best. This was another track composed by the Mega Man composer of 1 and 10. I just finished editing that, so I know that now. I still don't know the name. Also, there's a Troupple fish that I forgot. But yeah, he'll fill a Troupple if you have an empty one. However, we don't have an empty one, so he can't really do anything. And it's a good song for the setting. It really is. Also, we kind of screwed up here, but we can fix it. But it's a good song for the setting. It's just not a melody I can really remember much. Not like the Lost City or anything else. It's good for an underwater theme. It fits that setting. It's just, I don't know, something about this song, it never caught with me, and I never really loved it. But use that seashell at that area to break this, those blocks and get up to this area where you can get treasure. And it's weird, going back to the music, I've been using music from the Shovel Knight Arranged soundtrack, which is just a thing they made. I guess it was a Kickstarter thing. I honestly don't really know, but I'm guessing they made it. That's the point. And the Iron Whale in there is actually one of my favorite arranged tracks, honestly. And it's really weird because I don't like it normally. I guess it just lends itself better to not so much real instruments, but more real sounding instruments than an 8-bit song. I don't know, something about it just, I prefer the arranged version over the games version. So the trench blade that we bought last episode allows us to just dig up little holes, or little, what are they called? Things of dirt, piles, that's what they're called, in one go. And also I'm just going to use the phase locket here to skip over all of this because I don't want to have to deal with it. We can also fish. This is one of the most annoying spots because it'll probably go over the spikes and then you have to phase locket your way past it. And also I did that too soon. I expected the exclamation point, the Metal Gear. Of course it goes quickly then, so I'm actually going to phase locket and get this because I couldn't wait for it. But also underwater, things you dig up from piles of dirt will float. And there actually are cheats in this game, and one of the cheats makes everything float, and that's a ton of fun because it actually makes getting gold a little bit difficult because everything's floating. You don't usually have the kind of super jump that you would underwater. That is something I love about the stage, and again, this is one of my favorite stages. It's just I don't like the music track all that much. That you have the super jump that Mega Man kind of set into place, at least Mega Man 2 and onward, because Mega Man 1 didn't have it. You jump higher underwater. I love that about old platformers and that idea, and it doesn't make any sense because usually you jump, you know, less. Well, realistically, you wouldn't be able to jump at all underwater, but you know, games. But you know, again, if you could jump, you jump less because of pressure and all that. But we are a Shovel Knight, so things don't particularly have to make sense in the first place. So sometimes I will be collecting gold over spikes with the phase locket. That is because there's an achievement for collecting, I believe it's 5,000 gold of that are over spikes with the phase locket. I'm probably not going to get that achievement at all. I don't predict myself getting that, but we'll see. Hopefully I can. I want to get it for all the achievements I can, but there are just some I'm not going to get because they're not so much grindy, but require multiple playthroughs, which I guess is grindy, but it's fun because it's this game. So the male momentum hasn't been really helping us, and this is an issue I have with the game. Well, the game being Shovel Knight, of course. The armor isn't really that big of a deal. It's kind of fun to use, but there's only one that I really enjoy using and I actually find helpful. Everything else is just like, well, it's kind of cool. There's one, the Conjurer's Coat, that is like, it's good, but it has this big drawback that is like, well, I don't want to use this because of that. And I just feel like the armor in a Shovel Knight 2, which I'm pretty sure is going to happen at this point. I'm just going to go and use this to restore my magic at this point, because I've been using the phase locket quite a bit. And of course there was this magic right there that I could have used instead, but whatever, it's not a big deal. We don't have that much of the stage. We're actually coming up to the midpoint, I believe. In fact, this should be it right here. And for once, we just have Chester right on the open. Free relic. Oh god, no. Not a free relic. This is the anglerfish boss, I guess. So it doesn't really have a light. This has a chest. I don't know how that helps it at all. I don't know what kind of defense this is. Or how it helps this creature at all. But can I say, the sprites in this game are really, really well detailed. Like, look at that thing's eyes, and this thing in general, the lighting on, the shading, it's all so well done. This game looks gorgeous, especially for an 8-bit game. What I'm doing here is holding down the attack button to build up a charge. That is because I bought the charge handle last episode. It is really powerful. It is 2 times the hit of a normal thing, and it's just really helpful taking up bosses because you can just jump into it. But anyway, Eel's alive. I haven't had a ride like that in ages. I think I'm gonna be sick. Anyway, I'm about to drop another great deal on you. Want to see? He will give you the throwing anchor, which if you ever played a Castlevania game, it's basically the axe from that game. It goes in an arc, and it's kind of helpful. It's probably the least useful offensive relic in the game. Well, most of them are offensive. So yeah, this is one of the most useless relics, honestly. It has its uses, don't get me wrong. But just the arc on it, not a lot of things are arranging that. Like in this room, it's helpful. And actually, if I can do this right, we should not succeed. Of course. But I would break this wall to the right and jump through. Not jump, well, I guess jump through, whatever. Don't worry about not breaking these bubbles, by the way, because, well, this room specifically. Because you will have a way back regardless. But we have a fishing. Oh god, I thought I was gonna. I still might. Okay, we're good. I am not dead. I'm very surprised I didn't die there. I really expected to. I wonder. I've never tested this, and if anyone knows, please tell. Does the ichor of Fortune, the yellow ichor, actually attract those money fish in areas like that? Because it can be annoying when they're swimming around to actually grab them. That'd be really helpful for the stage, actually. I never thought about that. What I was trying to do here is actually not miss, not do a B reverse anchor throw. It needs to be a strat when Shovel Knight gets smashed, because I don't know, actually, it might not happen. Not because he's not popular and he's not wanted, of course he is. But for, my theory that they're saving the highest voted characters for the next Smash for this game to at least have something for that, because if they do all the good characters for DLC, they're not going to have anything for the next game. By the way, I really am. I would love to see Shovel Knight in Smash, though. Whether it be this game, Smash 4, or the next game, I would love to see him. I think he'd be incredibly fun in Smash Brothers with his repertoire of relics and just his character in general. Smashified is a series by Artsy Omni, and he did Shovel Knight as his, I believe his second one, yeah? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the second one. And it was fantastic. He looked great. Also, the Dust Knuckles there completely annihilated that guy, and that enemy is honestly the sole reason I decided to do the Lost City before Iron Whale, because I hate that enemy so much that I needed the Dust Knuckles to deal with him. He is in a really annoying placement, and I hate him, and he needed to die. Throwing Anchor is helpful here for dealing with that thing. I'm not actually sure what it is, what it's even based off of, like animal-wise. Guys, I'm not sure what the hell that thing was based off of. And the gold might be gone. It's not gold. Not gone. The gold's not gone, guys. Platforming in this game is done really well, by the way, with these anchors. You can see that the platforming in this game is really unique. And it's incredible that they managed to do that after, you know, how many years of platformers existing. And even basing this off of things like Mega Man and Castlevania and all that. Really impressive they were able to come up with so many new things. And I seem to get a lot of gold from that. Like, more than normal. It's really weird to me. Give this guy back. I don't know if I should. I'm just gonna not deal with him. I'm just gonna phase lock it. Yeah. However, we do need to kill something with the Chaos Sphere at some point for reasons. I don't think I've ever even used the Chaos Sphere. I used it once. I remember actually in Lickyard. I used it against the Pit of Skeletons. Clearly, it's seen enough screen time then. As I said, usually in this game, I find a relic. Well. At this point, I've played the game enough times where I know the relic I want to use a lot. But yeah, you find a relic that you really like and just kind of use that. Maybe someone really likes the Chaos Sphere. I'm not really a fan of how it bounces. I thought I was going to die, so I wavered my voice. But yeah, we are coming up to the boss, and I think the throwing anchor is actually quite helpful in this boss fight, if I remember correctly. My gems, my vessel, my ocean. Your very presence tarnishes. You utterly claim to the sea itself. Your greed knows no bounds, Treasure Knight. Your hands are no less dirty. Even now, others are paying for your avarice. Let us duel. Winner take all. Also, the backgrounds in this, like, it's just a bunch of yellow, which I know is meant to be gold, but it looks kind of compared to the rest of the backgrounds in the game that are really highly detailed. I don't know. Everything about the stage, well, not everything. Again, I said the stage is, like, really fun. I love it. But the look of it, the music, not that great. However, music. The boss fight music is always a remix of that stage music, and Treasure Knights is so good. And it's weird that like everything other than the main track for this stage is amazing. I don't know. Anyway, feat accomplished, halfway. Really, no dream sequence. Maybe that is completely random. Because I haven't gotten one since the first time, honestly. So, maybe it is completely random. I'm not sure on that. But that unlocks that, and I think that's going to be it for this episode of Let's Play Shovel Knight. Next time, guys, we will go to the Exploratorium to take on Plague Knight. And fight a secret boss, another wandering traveler, perhaps. Talk to this horse. If you're getting stressed out, try fishing. And oh yeah, I think I already spoke to you at some point. But anyway, that's going to be it for this episode of Let's Play Shovel Knight. I will see you guys next time.